Hello, Who Dey Nation. You're watching Who Dey Network. I'm Carson,
I'm Parker.
and we're with Deontay Smith from tackle the
Mm,
Cincinnati Bengals. How we doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm happy you guys are having me on.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. We're
thank you
really,
for coming
yeah,
on.
we're really excited that you're able to come on. It's awesome to be able to talk to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, our first question. One thing we were really interested in is so like when you go from high school to college versus going from college to the NFL, what's the difference in the transitions and like how much harder is it from going from college to the NFL versus high school to college?
I think the biggest difference between those two stages, those two jumps when you're growing as a player is just the amount of responsibility you have for yourself as the athlete, the organization that you're playing for, and just understanding completely how you need to build yourself up and continue to develop yourself as a person, as an athlete, so that you can be at the best you can be. Because at each level, things get, they get to be the best. You know what I mean? It's very little room for error.
Mhm.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah. So, I mean,
Uh,
you can go to the next one.
Coming out of high school, you played 5 years at Eastern Carolina.
Mhm.
What made you pick Eastern Carolina out of all the other schools?
Um, when I was coming out, I had a lot of American Conference offers. As you guys know
Mhm.
about the American Conference, probably from
Yeah.
UC, but East Carolina was close. It was probably going to be out of them and Tulane mainly, and it wasn't close enough to where I was home, but it was close enough if I needed to drive home and get home, I could make it. But also somewhere I felt like I could develop myself and be around talent that I can get in and play with. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It was somewhere where I felt like looking at my offers, it was one of the bigger schools I can go to
Yeah.
at that time. Yeah.
Yeah. So you coming out, entering the draft and everything. How was the draft process? Just through the whole thing.
Um, it was just a blessing, just to say the least. But I didn't play in that the 2021 season. I opted out with some of the other COVID guys
Mm-hmm.
just because of just circumstances and everything, and I used that to help me go ahead and get into training, prepare for the Senior Bowl. I think that was also just a bright spot and all of that, just because I grew up watching the Senior Bowl on TV and stuff like that, especially looking for the one-on-ones. So just to be a part of stuff like that, it just made me feel good, and it made me feel like, okay, yeah, we're here. We're getting it started, and it just was an eye-opening experience, just so good and so rich with knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. What was your first reaction when you did get picked by the Bengals?
First reaction was a relief. I was excited to hear Zach on the phone. I
Mm-hmm.
was just like, man, we can get it going now. Let's go to work. And it just was it just was something, that you hold near to you just because, we work for this stuff since we're a child. And even though that's not the end goal, it's just a good step to go ahead and, what I mean, trying to finish the rest of your goals and putting step forward every day to be the best you can be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely, I mean, I can't even imagine on the NFL level just being, you work so hard, you finally get there. I mean, for me, just on the college level for track, being able to, get an offer, like what for me working, it was a small school, but it's like to see that, like my hard work paid off. So I can't even
No, for
imagine
sure.
NFL level. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome being able to just see like I did this, I made it here. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. But yeah, just along with that, just I mean, playing a lot offensive line, just what are some things maybe just the normal person doesn't realize, like that offensive linemen have to certain things they have to do or go through, like whether that's training or off the field stuff that maybe just a casual fan wouldn't be like inclined to knowing.
Okay. I say offensive line just is one of the most unique groups in the on the whole team. If people can understand it like that, it's just always of generally unique personalities, guys from all over the country, especially once you get to this level. And it's just kind of cool to see how everyone can get together and work for a common goal and be able to really work with this person in situations where you have to have double teams or communication or just anything, you know what I mean, to make sure you're playing well. It's just nice to see how we can connect with so many differences, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
pretty cool.
yeah. So you played with Orlando Brown all of last year, and now they bring in Trent Brown. So what have
Hmm.
you been able to learn from those like veteran experienced guys who have had very solid NFL careers?
Um, just mainly just learning more about the process and being the best pro you can be, you know what I mean? Just the little things that nobody's gonna really tell you about. You just have to see and notice and be able to adjust and understand, you know what I mean? These are things that I need to do as I get older. These are things that I need to do to prepare for this and that, you know what I mean? Just being more prepared for each situation.
And then I want to throw a little bit of a curveball at you just to kind of spice it up, or a little still on referencing the team, but maybe not just straight up football. So, like, when you guys are in the locker room, I was kind of curious about this. How does this work? So, when y'all are in the locker room, I know you guys have kind of your own little like areas for like O-linemen, stuff like that. So, like, when it comes to like music, is there just one person just pumping the music throughout the whole locker room, or is everybody kind of doing their own thing, each position group? Like, how does that work?
On the main speakers, because there's a big main media center that we use for music in the locker room. Uh, it just depends on whoever's kind of feeling in that day. It's usually a vet guy, but he might want to hear something in the locker room, and everybody's like, okay, but there's always a speaker or somewhere else too playing something. So it's a mixture of both.
Do you guys do any like team like game nights or anything like that? Do you guys do any like karaoke getting up there? You guys do anything different like that?
Uh, Man, not karaoke. We have like just a different things that we may do for team bonding throughout
Okay.
the
Mhm.
the season. That some stuff might come up, but
Okay.
I don't know. The karaoke might be funny.
It would be. So if you would happen to do karaoke, what would be like your go-to song to go up there and do some karaoke?
Go-to song for some karaoke. Ah, I don't know. I think I can hit a little note. Might have to do a little rod wave rap
Okay.
slash singing.
Really trying to make it up
Okay,
there.
I like that.
Okay.
So I always hear about rookie dinners and how they
Mhm.
can get expensive and excessive. Did you find in your rookie year that you really got roped into that very much, or was that more of thrown on
Or
like a higher drafted
yeah.
guy, or did it even happen in general?
Or was there things you had to do for the vets?
Man, rookie year is rookie year. You know, is you feel blessed to be a part of the fraternity, and
Mhm.
you know what I mean. You just pay whatever dues that
Yeah.
you decided to pay. So it's nothing. You know what I mean. I feel like it's all love and everything that's going on in it. It just depends on, you feel me,
Yeah,
the connection with the group, man.
yeah.
Yeah. You can go next.
Um, so you played in quite a few postseason games in your career. Can you tell a difference in like atmosphere between regular season games and postseason games?
Of course, man. Those postseason games is just so intense. The fans are that much more elevated, and
Hmm.
it just you can feel the energy while you're in there. It's like, man, and majority of postseason games are in the later evening or nighttime. So it's just it's a crazy atmosphere.
So is there certain fan bases like AFC North that you can tell are like a lot more, they definitely get into it a lot more than the other fan bases. Maybe some things get said.
Man, I just try to stay in the moment. I tell you though, the Bengals fans when we got when it's crunch time,
Hmm.
and you know what I mean. We're fighting for the game, and however it may be, it's crazy how loud it gets in there. It's like, man,
Yeah.
it's like. It's cool. It's very cool. It takes you back to kind of like a college game or something like that because he's going crazy.
for sure.
Yeah.
And then for postseason, also like Super Bowl, what is that like compared to postseason? I'm sure that's a whole nother step up too.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah. I felt like at that point, majority of us were that we were just in the process at that moment. We were understanding what was going on, paying attention to all of the glitz and glamour, but we were just so much in the process. We just wanted to get that job done.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah. And like in that situation, so like when you're going and blocking against guys, who are some guys that maybe you've went up against? You're like, okay, this guy's legit. Like on the defensive end, are there any guys that you've went up against that you've realized like how great they are?
I mean, it just what I mean, the guys that people may know. I had a Aaron Donald. He's
Yeah,
as we know a
yeah,
legit guy.
yeah,
Um, Miles Garrett is a legit guy. So guys like that. Those real players, and it's just an honor to be able to
sure.
play against them, learn, work your
Uh-huh.
trade out against them. You know what I mean, add new tools to your box.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. You were-
We can, yeah. Okay, so I think I was kind of curious about so like I guess linemen would be a lot different, but like so like offensive linemen, like what's your guys' diet plan like? Like what do they have you guys mainly like eating and focusing on?
It's a little bit different for each guy. Some guys are just naturally how their body are. Or they
Mhm.
carry a little more weight, they're a little heavier. Some guys shed a little faster. You know what I mean? They may need more carbs or protein to actually keep up with their weight. So it just all kind of depends on the guy and you know what I mean, he may have going on with his body. You know what I mean? Certain foods can help you heal better.
Hmm.
And so it just kind of goes into that. It's surprising. Like I say, it's one of the most unique position groups in football because
Sure. Mhm.
these guys different and in so many ways.
Yeah. Yeah. When you go back to your like childhood playing football, did you ever imagine yourself like playing in the NFL for, I mean, you're going into your fourth year in the league. I mean, that is a great tenure to have in the league. Did you ever picture yourself in this moment?
I did. As a kid, I did, and I feel like that's a big part of what I mean why I'm here, and just praying about it and actually envisioning myself in these moments and stuff like that. It helps to be able to put it in your mind. As everybody knows, I mean, people say it all the time, but you really have to believe it before you can do it. You got
Hmm.
to really believe it in yourself. So I feel like that's played a big part in, what I mean,
Yeah.
how everything goes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I mean, yeah, looking back, I feel like you said, it's probably is a big thing, envisioning it and letting it come to life. And, you know,
Mhm.
throughout all the years, like, have you noticed a specific time, like, where you realized, like from it, like I know you said from your childhood you'd envisioned it, but did you notice a specific time where you realized, like, okay, this is real, like I'm actually going to be at this level, like maybe in college or something, like you knew, like your moment where you were gonna make it to the NFL?
Man, I would say like it kind of like hit a little bit after my rookie season
Okay.
because everything goes so fast during the draft process.
Hmm.
And you once you get drafted, you're getting ready to go head off and get ready to be a part of your new team. So everything was just going so fast. Um, you know, how we're a little bit built is just, what I mean, keep it going. So, what I mean, it's not like I was just rolling with it, what I mean, playing and playing and just keeping it going, just keeping working, what I mean, not really noticing what I'm really doing at the moment. And when it kind of dinged on me, I'm like, man, I'm I actually added a little notch to that goal list, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
So I think that's the biggest thing, you know what I mean? Just being able to uh set that time apart to be able to understand what you have done, and so you can go and be able to accomplish more. You gotta respect what you've done too. So I think that's a big part.
Yeah. On the team, are there really any players that you've like gravitated towards that you've become like very good friends with in your time?
Man, it's a lot of guys I'm very good friends with. Being here from my time I've been here, it's a lot of guys, and I feel like I can't even put names on
Sure.
because
Yeah. Anybody, yeah.
certain people, but like guys like Trey Hill, and
Mhm.
I came in with Jackson too, and those guys are guys we've been very close since we came in. Just guys I've just known them for a minute now, and
Mhm.
we have an understanding of who each other are. And like other guys on the team, our O-line group, I feel like is a very close group,
Hmm.
and just guys on the D line all over. I feel like that's the best thing about our team is like you talk and connect with so many people.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's 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 a great atmosphere
Yeah. Do you think that helps the team accumulate wins as the years go on because everybody is just so close together?
for sure. I feel like just being able to hang out with all position groups. It makes us all. It adds that extra level of team feeling.
Mhm.
That's more when you're younger. You know what I mean, and
Yeah.
high school sports and stuff like that. So it's like you're fighting for multiple things now. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
team, yourself, your family. It's all a package group.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, kind of one thing with playing for the Bengals, like, what's your outlook with like the whole city of Cincinnati? Do you like living there, and how do you like everything being in Cincinnati?
Man, I feel like just being in Cincinnati is a very nice city for me to have been able to get drafted into.
Hmm.
I feel like it allows me to be able to focus. There's things to do, but there's also, very peaceful times around
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
You can get your time off to chill. And I feel like it's just a calm city. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can get, it has its things, but
Mhm. Of
for
course.
the majority, it's pretty calm, and it allows you to be able to focus. And the people you get out in the community, you know, they show us love, and it's always just good energy. So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah. I was gonna. So one thing I was going to ask is, oh shoot, just slipped my mind. It was Cincinnati again. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so when you compare like going on the road to different stadiums versus playing at Cincinnati, like how much of a difference is it from like the love you guys are getting versus the not so much love you guys are getting? Like, is there a huge
Man,
difference?
I feel like since he travels,
Okay.
so
Okay.
we go places, and you can hear the who they chants in the stadium too, especially
Yeah.
when we're doing stuff good. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's always been pretty cool to
Yeah.
notice. I've noticed, certain division games.
Yeah.
If we're going crazy, it's gonna
Mhm.
be who they in foreign territory. So
Yeah.
That's definitely good to hear.
I think that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely good that to hear that like the players on the field could feel that impact, the fans, contributing something to it. That's definitely a good thing, to hear and that you guys feel that too.
Not for sure.
Yeah.
For sure we hear it and everything. When their fans are quiet and our fans are turned, yeah, that's the best time in the stadium.
Yeah. You guys hear it and you guys see that guy on third down
Waving
swinging for third down.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
that guy's probably at every game, every home game.
Man,
But
Do you get, I guess, on the same line as that, do you get any fans, like, say, season ticket holders that you recognize game after game after game?
definitely people for like home games, like just certain guys or whatever, you see him, you're like this older gentleman. So he's usually right here in this spot.
Yeah.
That's his little spot. I don't necessarily know their names, but you just
Mhm.
get to
Yeah.
notice where they usually are.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then it's just always cool to see, like, I don't know, just like different things, the theme, you know what I mean? It may be like people wearing orange or black or stuff
Yeah.
like that. So getting to see the theme of the wave of people,
Yeah.
I think that's always pretty cool to see
Yeah.
how much support.
Yeah, for sure. And like the season ticket holders, I'm sure, yeah, because them being so close, you could definitely see them. Because I mean, we got a chance. We were at the preseason game yesterday. We got a chance to sit up a little closer and definitely be in. We were right in it. Being right in, even at a preseason game, was to feel all the energy was
Yeah.
really cool, you know. And we got a what's up from a couple of guys, Von Bell, PJ Jules. Got a what's up from them. So that was
Yeah,
cool. You really feel like you're engaged.
Yeah.
Feel like you're maybe
yeah.
they're doing something for the team. It's awesome, and that's why, I think it's awesome to hear from a guy who plays for the Bengals. That you guys feel that energy, and that's it's all love all throughout the stadium.
Yeah, you guys, man, y'all come to really support the game and really be a part of the game. And that's really all you can ask for out of fans, you know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
know, if some stadiums you go to, they're just there to watch.
Yeah.
But it's so
Sure.
much love, and it's like, man, y'all, it feels like it's like a group effort. You
Yeah,
know what I
for
mean? It's
sure.
like you coming in here. If it's a bad call, you hear everybody in the
Oh, yeah,
stadium
yeah.
booing.
It's
Like,
that'll happen.
Yeah.
I
it's
was
just,
doing that last night. I do that every time I go. I'm right in at some point. Yeah.
man, it's just all love. You can feel it.
Yeah, for
Definitely.
sure. You have any specific?
Huh?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, we don't want to keep you for too long. I'm sure you're busy. Um, But I mean, it was awesome. I mean, having being
Yeah.
able to get the chance to talk to you, having you on the show. I mean, I don't think you realize how much because I mean, we honestly we reached out to a lot of guys, and I'm sure not everybody checks their DMs. They don't all see it. But yeah, with you being able to respond, that was especially with you, someone who's been in the league for
Yeah.
multiple years. Like, I mean, we reached out to some rookies with like 1,000 followers. Like, oh, they respond. They didn't. Then we see you, and we're like, no way. Like, he's been in the league for a while. He's played. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So to get to talk to
No,
you and
for
just to
sure.
hear some stuff from you is just really
It's
awesome.
a huge honor.
Yeah, so we really
No, for
appreciate
sure.
it. Yeah.
I love to be back sometime too, fellas.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, well,
For
that's
sure,
awesome to
man.
hear. Yeah, yeah, we definitely have you back on. And if any of your friends, on the Bengals, they donate some
Yeah.
time, they come on the show. I mean, we'd be happy to have anybody. Just have them hit us up, and we'll get them on. I mean, we're happy to have anybody. It helps us out. It's awesome to talk to you guys. So yeah, I mean, if you want to come back on, anybody else that want to come on, just tell us to hit us up, or you can hit us up, and we'll get this thing rolling because it's
Yeah.
awesome. It was an awesome time with you
It was a
today, being
great
able to have you
Man, me
on.
too. And we had great vibes, fellas. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you
We
very much.
appreciate you. Thank you much. And
All
hey,
right.
we'll see you in the next one.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
See ya.